Who would have thought a discussion on the brilliance of Mohamed Salah would spark a heated social media roar about the merits of the AFCON? But what did Carragher actually say? What else was spoken? And is AFCON disrespected by a European centric view of the whole world? Today, we are talking about Jamie Carragher's opinion on the African Cup of Nations. So, what did Carragher actually say? Speaking on Liverpool's 2-0 win at Manchester City, of course, increasing their lead in the Premier League, Pulis in the Sky Sports studio were discussing Salah's performance and whether the series could be one of the greatest individual campaigns. You know his 32 goals in the 18-19 season, that was his best, but now he already has 26 goals after 28 games in the Premier League. So they were Sky Sports Studio were discussing on if this could improve his Salah's performance as his best performance in the season. When they were talking, the debates that turned to whether Salah could be on the line for the Ballondor this year, 2025. The Ballondor, as some of you people might know, is voted by 100 journalists around the world and was won last by Rodri in 2024. But Jamie Carragher, is that how he spells his name? That Salah has to win the Champions League in order to be favourites of the Ballon d'Or because AFCON is normally recognized by voters as a major tournament. He also added that I think the problem is the fact that he's with Egypt and he's probably not playing in the major tournament as such, or maybe got a great chance of winning. It's either the Champions League or the major tournament. Carragher repeated using the term major tournament, which fellow purists Micah and Daniel Sturridge um, stopped him from talking, such that AFCON is a major tournament. Now, in my opinion, I feel AFCON is a major tournament. If they can recognize Euros, if they can recognize Copa America, that means AFCON should be recognized fairly. But a lot of you people might disagree with me, but I actually agree with him with one thing. A few days later, Jamie later said that um, later said that he meant that journalists that vote on the Ballon d'Or do not recognize AFCON as a major tournament, not as or it does not have that big influence as the Euros or Copa America does. And I agree on that. Everybody watches the Euros, everybody watches the Copa America, everybody knows them because a lot of good players are experienced there. But AFCON, people don't usually watch it. Like here, where I am, it's very scarce to find any AFCON games because they don't really recognize it as much as the Euros do. But AFCON should be recognized. It is a major tournament. And more than 80% of the players that play in AFCON are in Europe's top leagues. Osimhen, Lookman, Salah, uh, Kudus, even Diallo, all of them, they're doing excellently well in Europe. So you can't say AFCON is not a major tournament. On my own behalf, I feel like Jamie Carragher wanted to say that if you win the Euros, you'll be recognized for the Ballon d'Or, which was how Rodri won the Ballon d'Or in 2024. But if you win AFCON, you won't be recognized that much for the Ballon d'Or. That's why a lot of good experienced players like Drogba and Etienne never won the Ballon d'Or because even though they won AFCON, they were widely recognized. If you're watching this video, you will know that Jamie Carragher is so-called as like insulted AFCON, which is usually the African Cup of Nations, and lots of people are now really fighting against him for the reality that AFCON is a major tournament. Yes, it is. But it's just the misunderstanding that made them to not understand that AFCON does not really get the most recognition as as Euros do. So that's my own occasion on the on Jamie Carragher. You might not agree with me, but if you do or not, please tell me in the comments. Subscribe for Please like and subscribe for more football analysis.